Hello everyone and welcome. Today we are going to interface LCD character LCD JHD16X2 with STM8S103F3 bluepill board. So let's get started. Here is how it looks like. When we run our final code in hardware, I displayed hello, and here I've connected LCD with the STM board. Here is the pin configuration of the board that microcontroller that I am using, STM8S103F3 board, and this is a TSSOP 20 pin package, and we are using this line. I am interfacing PC 7, 6, 5 and 4. I am using these 4 pins for connecting my data ports to the of the LCD. These are also the SPI pins, but we are not using the SPI or timer pins. We are just using port C upper nibble to connect the upper nibble of the LCD, and we are using PD 1, 2 and 3. All these pins are high sync pin that we can use in push pull manner that we used in our codings. So these pins are connected with the LCD like this. So this is the diagram of the circuit that I am using. The LCD D7 pin, which is the 13th pin of the LCD, is connected to PC7, and downward we use the 4 wires of the LCD connected to PC6, 5 and 4, and the read write bit is connected to PD2, which is in the software it continuously pulled to the ground or written 0 on it. You can directly put this pin into the ground, it doesn't matter at all. PD3 is connected to enable and PD1 is connected to the RS pin. So the third pin of the LCD is for adjusting the contrast, which is connected to the wiper of the 10K potentiometer, and pin 1 of the LCD is grounded and pin 2 is connected to the 5 volt. You must provide this LCD 5 volt either externally, or you can, if you are powering up your microcontroller with the USB pin, so you can provide this 5 volt to the LCD from this pin of the bluepill board of STM8S103. So move to the open your STVD compiler and start a new project for your COSMIS, and I created a new project in my workspace, and this is how it looks like. So this is time to explain the code. First of all, I included the IOSTM8s.h header file. This header file contains all the definition for the registers of this microcontroller. So every register that we are using, like PCDDR, PCCR1, all these definitions are provided in this header file. So you must need to include this header file, or you need to provide the definition manually. So I prefer to use this header file. These macros are just for manipulating the bits. I didn't use this in my code. Second definitions is the LCD data DDR, which is PC DDR. It means that the data port is connected with the port C, and the DDR will define the direction. Either this will be treated as output or input. Obviously it will be treated as output. So, and the control DDR, which control DDR means that enable, read write and RS pins are connected to port D. And the control register of the data and control register for the control lines of the LCD are defined as PCCR1 and PD_CR1 respectively. The LCD data port is for ODR pin is used so that we can put the data on the data port, and these 3 variables are used for bit manipulation. This is a COSMIS style. So underscore bool variable are created for RS, read write and enable. These are used on port D, bit 1, 2 and 3 respectively. RS read write and enable. Our read write will be always 0 and RS will be changing according to either we are writing a command to the LCD or writing a data which will be displayed to the LCD. I will explain it later when I jump to the LCD data and command function. So basically we need 4 functions to use LCD. In 4-bit mode, the first is LCD command function, which will be treating LCD as to tell it that we are giving you a command to perform. These commands are pre-written in for the LCD. You can see all the commands from the respective data sheet of the LCD. Second thing, the second function is LCD data function. Any character provided in the LCD data function via argument will be printed onto the screen if LCD is properly initialized in 4-bit mode. The third function is for LCD 4-bit initialization. This function will handle all the initialization for the LCD, and the final function is delay millisecond. Although this delay millisecond function is not generated from the timer, as you can see, this function is just a for loop. If you are not seeing any data on the LCD after running the code and you are sure that your hardware is properly wired up and you have no problem in your hardware connection, so you need to be very sure that this delay is approximately close to 1 millisecond. So you must be very specific about this delay. The most of the time when configuring an LCD in 4-bit mode, the problem is either in a data port is not properly connected, or the pins of the D7 and port 7, or I mean higher nibble and lower nibble is not properly connected, or the delay function is not generating accurate delay. Although you don't need very accurate delay, but too high delay or too low delay will not be able to configure LCD in 4-bit mode. So I am using 16 megahertz clock, which I set with this line of code in the main function clock divider register. I put a 0, so it will run at 16 megahertz full oscillator frequency, internal oscillator. So if I put by default, this will the microcontroller run at 2 megahertz clock cycle. So you need to change the value of the clock divider to 0 so that you can run the microcontroller at full speed. So I created 2 nested loops to generate a delay. I put a value 0x3ff. I need to change it. This value is not accurately calculated. I just calculated this value with the brute force algorithm. It means that I did here some hit and trial to check that this delay is accurate. To check this delay, I toggled the LED of port B5, which is onboard LED on the bluepill board of the STM8S103F3 or STM8S003, which is almost the same microcontrollers. You can use the code in either of the board you have. So I toggle the LED at 500 millisecond, and approximately I visualize the LED blink rate to assume that either this is too high delay or too low delay. You can also first of all blink this LED to make sure that your LED is blinking at approximately 500 millisecond delay. So to initialize this pin of port B, pin 5, I used these configurations. I need to put a 1 to the DDR to make this pin as an output. I need to put 1 on CR1 of this port to make sure that this pin is used in push-pull manner, not the open drain manner. If I put a 0 here, this pin will be used as an open drain. And after that, I just put a 1 to this port BODR register. It means the LED will get the 1 logic, high logic, and in my case, the board is the LED on the board is connected in common anode mode, it means that anode is connected to the positive and cathode is connected to the microcontroller. So whenever I provide a 0 to the LED will turn on, and whenever I put a 1 to the LED will be turned off. So this line is just turning off the LED. So after that, I called the LCD 4-bit initialization function, and after that I provided these characters to display hello on the LCD. So this will work and display the hello on the LCD. So how these functions are working, let's first of all see the LCD 4-bit initialization code. I initialized all the control port and the data port DDR and CR1 to 1 because I am using the higher nibble at the data port and the lower nibble on the control port of the port D. So I need to make sure that respective pin are 1 on the DDR register and CR1 register. These 4 lines are just configuring the data port and the control port as an output and in push-pull manner, just like we did in the port B LED which is blinking at 500 millisecond delay rate. After that we put our read write 0, so this will just making our read write to ground because in 4-bit mode we are not going to read 2 nibbles. It will be more difficult to read in 2 nibbles from the LCD, so it is better to put a ground and provide approximate delay. So after that I took a 20 millisecond delay. This delay is very important to take. It is a power initialization delay. So before you actually use the LCD, you need to wait for 20 millisecond approximately. And after that I put RS is equal to 0, read write is equal to 0 because we are going to provide the commands to the LCD. So we need to put a 0 on RS bit, and for enabling the LCD we just need to put a 1 and take 5 millisecond delay and put a 0 to the enable pin. In between we provided data 20 to the LCD port. Obviously the 2 will be displayed, 2 will be provided to the higher nibble because of only higher nibble will be treated is connected to the LCD data port. After that we need to provide these commands sequentially to the LCD. The first command is actually setting the LCD in 4-bit mode, which is 0x28. You need to be very sure that whenever the LCD will be reinitialized, it will automatically configured in 8-bit mode. So whenever the LCD is reset, will get a reset either externally or internally or with any reason, it will automatically go in 8-bit mode. So you need to force it back in 8-bit mode. This command will do the trick. This command is calculated according to the function set bits. So you actually need to put 0x28 to the LCD, which will set 4-bit mode 2 line and 5:7 font. After that all commands are could be used in initialization function or at any other stage. So the first line will say that we don't need any cursor on the LCD, but we need display to be on. The third command will tell the LCD that automatic increment and no display shift. It means that cursor will be auto incremented. The fourth command is just clearing the LCD, which is 0x01 command, which will clear the LCD. Whenever you write this command to the LCD will, all data on the screen of the LCD will be cleared. And the last thing is forcing the cursor to the first row and first column. This is 0x80, which is forcing the LCD to the first row and first column. That's all for LCD initialization, and when this function will be called, the LCD will be properly initialized. Let's dig into the LCD command function and see what is going on here. Whenever we need to provide a command to the LCD, we need to put a 0 on RS and we need to put read write at 0. If we are not reading anything from the LCD, So we first need to send the higher nibble to the LCD. So because we know that over port of bit 7 is connected to the LCD data 7 pin bit, so all we have to do is to make sure that higher nibble is the first 4 nibble, higher nibble is masked and the lower nibble is discarded with this AND operator. So so we need to send a higher nibble first and then the lower nibble. To send a lower nibble to the higher nibble, we need to write a 4 bit shifting toward the left. So we are using this operator, and the our remaining procedure is same, just to mask the LCD, and we need to provide an enable. So we provide an enable signal and then send a lower nibble to the higher nibble, and send to the LCD and provide an enable signal again. So all over 8 bit will be transmitted on a 4 bit bus. So whenever we want to display something on the LCD, we need to make RS1 and then do all the procedure as before we did for the sending a command to the LCD. It means that to send a 8-bit data to the LCD on a 4-bit bus, all we have to do is just send first nibble first, and higher nibble first and then the lower nibble, and all the data will be received on a 4-bit line. So that's all for the LCD interfacing with the STM8S. You can use this code for any microcontroller. This is a very portable code. All you need to change is how to configure the pin on that respective microcontroller. So this is a very portable code in a C language. If you are using if you are going to interface LCD in any programming and any microcontroller in C language, you can use this code, and just you need to configure the pins and the ports according to your microcontroller. So thank you so much. Take care.